So I'm Olivia Trace Holeva. I'm a member of, okay, can we start over? I'm Olivia Trace Holeva. I'm in the class of 2024 at Albright College. I major in music industry studies and I'm from Berks County, Pennsylvania. Yeah, so I have been playing music since I was young. I started playing the guitar when I was 13. And music has always been a really part of my life. I was a student athlete all throughout high school, and so I had a lot of career interests that kind of resulted in me not actually going to college. I didn't know, what I wanted to do. I didn't really have my life on the track that I wanted it to be in. So I was out of school for about 2 years, and I worked as a freelance singer-songwriter. So I would gig locally, more in like the Pottstown area, and I really loved it. And I thought that that was something that I wanted to do as a career. So I decided to come to Albright to pursue a career in music. So I never received any type of formal training for music other than I did take some voice lessons in middle school, and then in high school I took part in ensembles as well. I think I've always had pretty solid foundational artistry, but like music theory and technical artistry components, as well as, more logistical things like the business, music, technology, production. I didn't really have experience in that. And so Albright has really, really shaped me in that capacity. I've also built a really solid network here at Albright. So my professors, my mentors, the chair of our department, Mike Dorico, our artist in resident, Jay Schaefer, Professor Tamara Black, Jeff Lentz. I mean, a lot of the professors that I've had here have really shaped my musical ability and education and kind of career path, as well as some professors outside of my major. Dr. Midori Hartman in the Religious Studies department and Dr. Lena Ziegler in the English department have been really big influences on me and kind of my academic interests as well as my career interests. The people that I have met through Albright that kind of, link to off-campus opportunities have been really, really beneficial in kind of me figuring out, what I want to do. I think I have always felt like I can ask questions. Recently, I've been learning a lot more about live mixing, EQ, compression, all of the fun kind of production techniques, and it's really interesting to me. And I also learned I am not all that naturally good at it. So I have been working with Jay a lot and kind of fostering that knowledge with Mike as well. And so a lot of opportunities have arose from that, and I feel comfortable being able to admit what I don't know, so I can learn, and that's something that's been really, really helpful. And then, obviously on the flip side is receiving encouragement for the things that I do kind of do well. I feel really encouraged and motivated to pursue opportunities and be pretty, ambitious about it, I guess, because I feel like I have solid support, people to serve as references for me, and kind of people to guide me in what I'm doing.
So what did you think about this past Saturday?
Oh, it was so, I felt really honored to be included in it. I was in choir my freshman and sophomore year. My schedule is pretty busy nowadays. So unfortunately, I just had to, let something off of my plate. First of all, I'm really thankful, for even the concert title. So the choir director, Derek Thompson, chose to do a Celebrating Female Composers concert, and that in and of itself, I think, was really appreciated, especially, March is National Women's Month, so that's always fun. And I think that, centering female voices and female art is something that I have found important, especially in, a major on campus that is pretty primarily male-dominated, and an industry that is, I think there's some to be desired in terms of maybe equity. However, so I think that they did an absolutely wonderful job. I was so nervous. Full transparency, I was more nervous sitting in the audience than I ever have been to perform. I was on the edge of my seat. I got a program and I was so excited because, I figured I would keep it, flat, frame it or something, I don't know. And it was so wrinkled by the end because I was grabbing it. And I think that that is something that comes with being a writer, being a composer, is when you have work and you just kind of give it off, your part is done. And so you get to watch what other people do with it. And I knew that the choir was going to sound beautiful. I think it was just, it's hearing your work through that, train is, I think, really, I don't know, is nerve-wracking for me, but equally really, really exciting. And they did a phenomenal job. I loved the set list. It was so incredible to see. There's a lot of new faces in choir, which is crazy for me because I feel like I should know everyone, but I don't know like a lot of the underclassmen now since I haven't been in choir. But seeing people that I've known for years now performing at the quality and standard that they did on Saturday was really, really impressive to me. They've definitely done a lot of good work this semester.
And so, future plans, kind of touch a little bit on it with like, you want to change the industry.
Yeah, so right now I actually have kind of a foot in a number of doors. I am a tutor with the ALC for music industry studies. I am a peer educator at the ELCDC, the Experiential Learning and Career Development Center, so I help students, work on resumes and cover letters and prep for internships and stuff like that. I also work with Mike Dorico, the chair of the department, teaching the Making Beats After School program with the 13th Street Partnership. So that's at Northeast Middle School, and that is a lot of fun. And then additionally, I am almost 1 year into an internship at Park Road Presbyterian Church, where I work as worship leader. That experience, combined with a lot of my education, has become pivotal in where I see my career going. I think in the experience that I've gained so far, I am very relational and I enjoy meeting people, getting to know people, and investing in people. And so, the more I've learned, I don't necessarily see myself pursuing a career within the commercial industry. I think especially, the 13th Street Partnership and working with kids within Reading School District, doing a lot of community outreach through the church. I care a lot about the city of Reading. I'm from here, and I want to see, I want people within the city to be invested in, and that's something that's really, really fundamentally important to me. And so I hope to kind of, build a career here, or at least somewhere close to here, or someplace like here, doing a parallel thing of kind of using my skills to kind of invest in community and build community, specifically build music education and appreciation kind of in younger individuals and in adults, and yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
So last question.
Okay.
What's one piece of advice that you would give to your younger self just starting out?
Be ambitious. I have done 4 internships since I've been at Albright. 2 of them I got because I applied to a job that I was not qualified for. And I applied, I went on an interview, I submitted a good cover letter, and they wanted me, and they offered me an internship. And a lot of the opportunities I have been given, even, having my song performed in this past concert, has come because I am ambitious. And I'm willing to take risks, I'm willing to be rejected, and I'm willing to not necessarily always be the people pleaser I want to be. And that has paid off time and time again since I've been here and off campus as well in other aspects of my life. So absolutely don't wait for opportunities to come knocking at your door. If you want something, put your best effort forward and don't be afraid to ask questions, ever. I wouldn't know half of what I know you can ask my peers in classes, if I did not ask like a dozen questions per class. So admit what you don't know, and if you don't know something and want to learn, be ambitious about figuring it out. That's what I would say. I wish I had known that sooner. Probably some earlier parts of my life would have been a little easier, I guess.